Morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Tuesday. It's March 19th, and today is going to be dry, thankfully. Well, mostly. There'll be the odd passing shower and a bit of mist and drizzle in places, but generally cloudy today and dry. And temperatures, wait for it, 13 degrees, lads.
Nice. It's a beautiful morning.
Roasting out there. Yeah, actually, it is. It's a lovely morning out there. So that's what we're looking at. And thankfully, I think even Paddy's Day gone, I got up Sunday morning and it just seemed to just turn into this lovely day. Cold and windy, granted, but considering what we'd had for the previous 4 days.
Yeah.
Today, not too bad. We'll take it.
The weather for the parade was lovely, so it really did work out nicely. Yeah. Some of the big stories in the front pages of the papers this morning, with the Times Ireland edition leading with that dreadful story from County Tyrone over the weekend, and 3 young people lost their lives at a suspected crush at a disco in a hotel in County Tyrone. Hotel owners sorrow over disco deaths, and the 3 young people who died are pictured: Morgan, Connor and Lauren, aged 16 and 17. They were all killed in that incident in Cookstown in County Tyrone on Sunday night. Awful sad. I mean, the parents, it's a worst nightmare. Like, you worry about your kids, they're heading out, you're worrying if they'll get a lift home, you're wondering what kind of young one or young fella they're going to meet up with. Like, you don't really worry about this kind of thing anymore. I know it used to be more of an issue, but it's just dreadfully sad. That's on the front page of the Times Ireland edition. Brexit is on the front page there as well, with Theresa May saying that the Speaker, John Bercow, is sabotaging the Brexit deal. He put a sort of another spanner in the works over the weekend when he said that the government can't proceed with the deal. They can't put it back for a third vote in Parliament immediately. That's unless substantial changes have been made to it. That's on the front page of the Times Ireland edition as well. Yeah,
the Examiner, same story. Third Brexit deal vote in doubt. Speaker, no third vote on May's deal without substantial changes, is the headline there. Also on the front page, contracts mean care centres can't be upgraded. Primary care centres cannot be upgraded to house improved medical services for 25 years because of botched government contracts. That's according to the front page there. And there's a picture of a gathering in Cork yesterday for the Friends of Kieran O'Connor. He's the GAA player, the Cork player, who is battling an illness, and they had a GoFundMe page set up for 250 grand. They've now reached 299,000 euro, including a bucket collection outside Austin Stack Park last Saturday, which I thought was an amazing gesture from the Kerry County Board and Munster Council and the GAA to even allow that to happen, because obviously anybody can do, there's always somebody looking to do bucket collections, but well done to the Kerry County Board in particular. And Kieran O'Connor, they've surpassed their funds, so brilliant stuff there, yeah.
The disappearance of Tina Satchwell is back on the front pages today. Irish Independent has this story because it's just 2 years now since she was seen. So it was the 20th of March on 2017 that Tina Satchwell's husband Richard last saw her. She left their home in Youghal in County Cork to run an errand. So that's on the front page of the Indo. Mystery remains over missing Tina 2 years on, as Gardaí draw a blank, is the headline there. And more on the Cookstown tragedy and the deaths of those 3 lovely young people in the Irish Independent today. You can see it in them. The whole town is hurting, a quote. Somebody describing a community which has been left devastated by the tragedy.
Yeah, same story in the Sun then. Stampede at teen disco, 3 kids die in hotel crush. And a rather harrowing and desperately sad photograph of one of the crime scene investigators, I'll show you there, standing over the exact area where it happened. It's just desperate sad. And then of course the 3 teens themselves pictured, 2 17-year-olds and a 16-year-old, just desperate sad. But that's on the front page. And John Delaney's on the front page as well. So it appeared in the Sunday Times at the weekend that John Delaney had given a cheque of €100,000 to the FAI, his employers, and then nobody really knew what. And now they're saying that the hearing into the loan that he gave the FAI could cost him personally €50,000. So that's on the front page of the Irish Sun there as well this morning.
Some of the top trends, well, a lot of the things we just talked about actually trending. The Cookstown tragedy obviously is trending on Twitter this morning. A lot of people chatting about that. Utrecht as well is trending because a man has been arrested now on suspicion of carrying out shootings on a tram in Utrecht. I think it's 3 people dead there.
The last I heard was 3 dead, and a few injured, mad stuff.
So that's also trending today.
Carlingford is also trending for all the wrong reasons as well this morning. We only spoke with Carlingford, kind of having the crack with it last week, but there was the awful news of the girl on the hen party, the mom of 3 from Down who went missing. There was a search, and then they tragically found a body in tragic circumstances in Carlingford. And on the same night, there was a crash that killed 2 men in the town as well. So Carlingford has had a lot of suffering over the last number of days, and obviously a lot of families wrecked by that. And then on a lighter, more positive note, Alan Partridge's new show This Time is trending this morning because he managed to get Rebel songs and Irish St. Patrick's Day, how are you doing, onto the show. And I have been watching it. I didn't see that episode now, but week by week it was getting better, with Alan Partridge playing the part of the co-host of the talk show, if you like. But it's very funny. But I did see the clip this morning of he plays the singer in the Rebel band as well. He's got all makeup done, but brilliant. So very, very clever. But if you want to check it out, I'd say it definitely be worth it. And if you haven't watched any of This Time yet, do, because it's Alan Partridge back to his best. It's really, really good stuff.
I love him.
It's excellent.
Today is Marconi Day, and you're going to be hearing a lot more about this right across the day here in Radio Kerry. It's a celebration happening in Ballybunion today, and it's obviously a very important celebration to us here since we work in radio. So stay tuned. Lots more about this, particularly on Kerry Today. You're going to be hearing a lot about it. Deirdre too.
Deirdre's live from there as well today.
Yeah,
so
that'll be good.
That'll be good crack. Yeah. So we'll tell you more about that on the show this morning.
Deirdre will be in her glory now, live from her hometown of Ballybunion for talk about. So join her from 1:30. It should be a really good show.
We could play a game today and see how many times Deirdre says my hometown of Ballybunion. Yeah, because I'd say she'll say it quite a bit today.
I think she really loves Ballybunion.
Yeah,
she
does.
She's from there,
and rightly so.
And rightly so. And I think she'll be beaming with pride as she brings her show live from her hometown. So looking forward to that later today. It's only 12 days until the clocks go forward, obviously. I always have to say it, by the way.
Spring forward, fall back. Yeah, I always do it as well, yeah.
And this morning when I was coming into work, I realised how lovely and bright it is. And I was like, only for another 2 weeks though, because once that clock changes, it'll be back to being dark for a little while.
For another 5 or 6 weeks,
yeah. So it's a really beautiful morning out there. But I like this study that you found for us this morning about women, Andrew, when they reach the age of 33.
Yeah, they officially turn into their mother.
I think it's probably, I wouldn't have said 33.
You said younger?
No, much older.
Older, okay.
No, much older, I would say. But so apparently you turn into your mother at 33.
Yeah.
You start picking up your mum's habits. You start. You even have to develop the same tastes and attitudes as your mother.
Mannerisms. Yeah, it all becomes. It all comes to the front when you hit 33.
33 seems a bit young for that, I think. Yeah. You know, still a lot of people at 33 are like young ones. Like,
yeah, I suppose it depends. I mean, if it probably is more so if you're a mum yourself at 33. Probably not so much if you're single single. That's terrible phrasing. Sorry. If you're not a mum is what I should have said.
Yeah.
But if you're a mum at 33, then that's when they say you start to turn into your mum.
Yeah.
So it's funny now, because I wonder, is there people who are watching this video thinking, oh my God, I've definitely turned into my mum, or I know someone who has turned into their mum, and so on.
I just feel my mum is so much more of a mum than me.
Right.
Do you know? Like She still
mums you.
No, but she's still just better at all that stuff than I am.
I wouldn't.
She is. No, listen, I don't mind saying it. Like, she is. Like, you know, my daughter still way prefers my mum's stew. And, you know, even like my mum makes jelly for her every so often. Like, obviously we had green and orange jelly over the weekend.
Yeah.
But like, even my mum makes better jelly. Like, jelly is something you pour warm water over and put in the fridge. But, you know, stuff like...
You can't really ruin jelly, you know.
Yeah, do you know, but it's stuff like, just, she'd kind of say to me, like, Nana's is better. Like, it's Nana's got the knack that you don't have, mother.
Part of me thinks though she's just winding you up as
she might be a bit, I suppose. Yeah.
Little bit, but maybe there's some truth in that as well.
There's loads of people saying good morning to us here. Morning, everybody. And we're going to be live on Radio Kerry in a minute or two, so do join us for that. We've a busy one. People were sharing, got a few photos of parades, the Killarney parade in particular yesterday.
Saw them, saw some photographs last night. Brilliant.
And they were fantastic, so if you want to keep sharing pictures from over the weekend as well, of course you can do so. Right here.
Yeah, keep them coming. On the show this morning, we'll give you another chance to play Who's for Breakfast. That's coming up after 7 o'clock, so details of that are on the way. Plenty of tunes, and let's just ease ourselves back into the week,
I eased myself in yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't. So text or WhatsApp us this morning, 083 300 3300, and you can give us a shout here on Facebook as well. Have a good day.
Morning.
Good luck.